Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is audible and you're able to see the screen. Good evening. Okay, so with past 4 days, I think yesterday we discussed about PHP, right? We discussed about PHP. What else did we discuss? And how to integrate front end and back end. And I also gave you one assignment, right? To store data. Have you all completed? Yes? Yes or no? No. Okay. So you're supposed to do that. Take your time. I think you will get errors because I gave you a code which will store only three data values, but you have seven data fields, right? And you also have JavaScript written on it. So then, Keertana? Yeah. So finish it. Take your own time. I think you can take time till next week and finish and upload that particular assignment. Okay. I think the next 3 days is holidays for you, no? Okay. And we also saw how to display the data back, right? Display the data back to your web page. We saw till this. So when I started with this PHP, I just taught you only two queries. We started with MySQL, but then I told you about create command and insert command. Create and insert, right? So here, what we are going to do is now we'll see a few more queries, which you actually need for further. If you are going to go with further PHP concept, you need further in MySQL query knowledge. So in that, what we'll do is after creating and inserting, what other queries we have. Now, talking about SQL, in SQL, you have something called data definition language, DDL. Okay, this always defines the structure of the table. Okay, that is why it has commands like create, alter, and drop. Okay, but this is called data definition language. This will deal only with the table structure, not with the data. We have something called data manipulation language, DML. This deals with the data. So here we have insert, update, and delete. Okay, so in DDL we saw create, and in DML we saw insert. Okay, now yesterday I told you creating a table query, right? So you know how to create a table. Create table and then table name and then column name, varchar of 20, and then that's it. So this is a table with a single column. Now using create, is it that you can create only table? No, you can even create a database. So if you want to create a database, you can again use the same create command, create database, and then you can give the database name. This will create database for you. Okay, so this is with create. And then we'll jump into DML so that we'll practice it online equally. So now to practice or to check how these queries work, it is not mandatory that you should have a database setup ready. You can just practice it anytime you want. Just go type SQL online editor in Google. SQL online editor. You will get multiple online editors. I'll just open the first one. SQL online editor. Now, if you see here, in this particular editor, there are predefined tables. We have customer table, we have order table, we have shippings table, and then we have three tables here. Yes, so you can try manipulating the values inside these tables. So you can just practice the queries here. If you want, you can create table here also. Now what I'll do is I'll just copy this command and I'll paste it here. Create, okay, it's not creating a table. Create table users with single column. Now if I run SQL, see, the SQL query got executed and now we have a table here called users at the bottom, but it don't have any values, right? So now to insert values to this particular table, what you have to do, you have to write insert query. Insert into users, values, zoom a bit, values, and then I'll just give values. That's it. Run. It will add one data. And then I'll again type another name, run SQL. Now if I see inside users table, we have two data inserted. So you can create your own table here and you can try all DML queries, or you can try with the basic commands which is already there. I mean basic tables which are already there. Okay. Now in this, the next command which we are going to see is update. Because you have an assignment based on this update query. So I'll tell you what this update will do. Okay. Now, if you want to alter any data in a table, you will use update command. So update command is used to edit or modify the data in the table. Edit or modify data in the table. So how do you update? The command goes something like this. You will type update and then you have to write the table name. And in next line, you will write set and you will write the column name and the value. Which column, whichever column you wanted to edit, you will write that column name, and the updated value, you will write it here in this value part. Okay. And then after this, you will write where, and then you will give the column name and the value. That is the condition. I'll just, in plain, I'll write it as condition. So this is the syntax for update query. Okay. So first you will type the table name and whatever you want to change, you will give it after set, and to which you wanted to change that you will give in where. Right? என்ன மாத்தணுமோ அத செட்டுக்கு அப்புறம் கொடுப்பீங்க. யாருக்கு மாத்தணுமோ அத வேர்க்கு அப்புறம் கொடுப்பீங்க. Okay. Now here in this table we have customer table, right? So in this customer table I have this column called first name. So in this first name, the first name for the customer ID 1 is John. Now I want my name to be there. Okay. So how do I edit that? I'll type update and then I'll type the customer table name. Table name is customers. And then I'll type set. Okay. And after set, I have to give which one I wanted to change. So I wanted to change the first name. And I want to change the first name to what? To Saumita. Right? Now, I can stop the query here if I want. What will happen if I stop the query? Now, if I stop this query here and run SQL, it will execute. But what will be the output? All the first name will change into Saumita. But we want only the customer ID 1 to change, right? So for that, what you have to do is you have to give the condition where you have to type this customer ID column name equal to 1. So now what will happen? It will change only for the customer ID 1. When I run SQL, see here, the name John got changed to my name. If you don't give this condition, what will happen? All the first names will change to Saumita. This is how you use update query. Okay. So for update, you have to get the value which has to be changed and you have to give the value to whom it has to be changed. You have an assignment based on this. So you use the same format. Here we have given the direct values, but in your assignment, you are going to get the value from HTML form and you're going to pass it. Just like how I showed you yesterday with that bind params and PHP variables and all we saw, right? Same concept you'll use here. Okay, so this is with update. Okay, now you tell me. Update the keyboard price to 600. Now my query is update the keyboard price to 600 is my question. Okay, people online can type the query in the chat box. When you're typing it in the chat box, choose my name. In the chat box, choose my name and then send your answer. And people here, give me the query answer. Now, I want the keyboard price to be changed as 600. So what will be the correct query? Update. Okay, so it is in the orders table. So orders, okay. Set, very good. I have given the item name only. In the question, you have item name only. So item name comes under which column? What is the column name? Item. Yes, okay. Okay, now tell me the query first. What are you going to change here? the price. So what column should you write here? Amount column. Very good. So set amount equal to 600. Okay. Where? I didn't give order ID in the question. I have given item only. So item equal to keyboard. So whatever is, see, now that this table is visible, you know the order ID. What if this table is not visible? Then you have to go through the question. In the question, whatever hint is given, you have to use that only. Okay. So order item equal to keyboard. Now let's update it. And yes, it got changed to 600. This is with update. All right. And next what we'll do is we have one universal command in SQL. Universal command in SQL, and that is called select. Okay, select. This is one universal command. And what is this particular command used for? It is used for display. Yes. So the only work of this will be to display the data. No matter however you alter this query command, it is just going to display the data. End of the day, it is displaying the data, right? So now you know select asterisk from table name will give you what output? Huh? Displays the whole table along with the data, right? So now here, if I type select asterisk from customers, it is going to display all the data which is in the customer table here. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to see only the first name and the country? If I want to see only the first name and country, instead of asterisk, I'm going to type first name and then the country column name. So if I give the column names here, it is going to display only first name and country values. Okay. Now what if I want specific person, specific row detail? Now here in this customer table, we have 5 rows, right? Now I wanted to view only John's data. There is a person here called John, and I wanted to view only John's data. I want all the data of John to be displayed. So how will I write the query here? I'll write select star from customers, and then you will write where first name equal to John. And I'll run SQL. Now it is going to show only John data. Now, if I want to know with only the country detail of John, how will I edit this query? Select country. Instead of asterisk, you will just type country. So this will give me only the country of John. Okay. So this is with selecting specific columns and specific data, specific row. You'll use where. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to display data of customer ID 1, 3 and 5 using single query? Okay. So I wanted to display, so select star from customers. This is fine. Okay. Now, this is going to display all 5 rows, right? I wanted to display only 1, 3 and 5. So how can I do that? Where customer ID equal to 1, 3, 4, 5 are. Now, do you think will this give output? When I run SQL, it's showing me syntax error. Okay. Why is this syntax error? Always equal to will accept only one single value at a time. You can't give multiple values after equal to. If you want to give multiple values instead of equal to, you have to use this operator called in. So in is an operator which will help you select multiple values for a column. Now when you give in, you have to put these values inside parenthesis. Now when I run, see, it is giving me only 1, 3 and 5. Okay. So equal to operator will take only one value and in operator will take multiple values. Right. Now you have, instead of in, you also have other operators like AND operator, OR operator, NOT operator, and you also have NOT in operator. Yes, you have between operator, between AND operator. You have different types of operators like this. Each operator, just like other programming language, it is going to still do the same. And or and all you should have learned in logical gates, right? And will work when only both the conditions are true. If not, it will not work. Or will work even if one condition is true. Not is the opposite. If it is true, it considers as false. If it is false, it considers as true. And then between and is for the range. If you want to select from 1 to 3, then you can type between 1 and 3. Customer ID between 1 and 3 here. So where customer ID between 1 and 3. If you give this, it is going to display 1, 2 and 3. That is with between and. Okay, right. So now this is with select. Now here, let's make select a little interesting. We'll see one topic called wildcards. There is a topic called wildcards. Okay. Now what is wildcards? Wildcards is pattern based searching. So in a database, if you wanted to search a data, even if you don't know how that data is stored in a database, you can still find the data. Now, say for example, you have a table here and you know the table name is customers, you know the field name and all that. But here in this table, we have only 5 data. So it is easy for you to just see the table and give the answer. Now imagine in a real-time database, you won't have just 5 data. You will have 5,000 data. Now in that 5,000 data, if I'm asking you to search a particular person's detail, it will be hard for you if I don't give you the exact name of the person. Now here the name of this person is John. Okay, name of the person here is John. Now what I'm going to tell you is find out the details of John. I'll give you a spelling something like this, Jon. Now if I give this spelling and if I write a query, will I get output? No. So you also don't know how the name is stored inside the database. In this case, to find out the exact name, you can use pattern based searching. You can use the pattern based searching and do this. So for pattern based searching, you have this operator called like operator. Just like in, not in, or you have an operator called like operator. So how do you use this like operator? I'll type select star from customers where select star from customers where. Okay. Now my first question is find out the customer name, customer details whose name starts with J. Now the query was to find John details. Now if I find out whose name is starting with J, I'll be able to find out John name there, right? So I wanted to find out all the customer details whose name starts with J. So for that, how I'm writing a query, I'll write select start from customers where customer, okay, it is first name, right? First underscore name and then the like operator. And here I'm going to give the pattern in single quotations. I'm going to type J and then percentage and exclamation. J percentage. People online, can you just give me a heads up whether you're able to hear my voice and you're able to view my screen? Can you just reply in chat box? Yes? Okay, great. Okay, thank you. So select star from customers where first name like J and percentage. This is the pattern which we have used. When I run SQL, syntax error, right? Huh? Oh, sorry, I have written all this. Okay. Run SQL. I have written extra things there. Right. So see here, it is showing me only the customer name of John here. Now, even if you don't know the spelling, you can find out the name using pattern based searching. Now, this percentage in pattern based searching with like operator, percentage denotes one or more characters. That is In the place of percentage, you can have one character or more than one character. This is percentage. Now, if I wanted to find out names that are ending with A, then I'll type percentage A. So when I type percentage A, the name that ends with A will get displayed. If I wanted to find out a name which has this pattern, now I know the name is John. So for John, obviously in his name, you should have JO for sure. After that, if it is N or HN, that we don't know. So I wanted to find out the names which have this JO pattern. Run SQL, it is again going to show John. And if I wanted to see the names that is starting with S and ending with A, then I can type something like this, S and then percentage and then A. So this is going to show me the names that are starting with this letter and ending with this letter. This is wildcards. This is pattern based searching. Now, apart from percentage, what other operators can you use here? You have one operator called underscore. Underscore is used only for one single character. So when you give underscore, there you can place only one character. Now, look at my query here. So select star from customers, where first name like, I'll type yes, I'll type underscore, I'll type W, and I'll type percentage. Okay, this is the query which I've typed. I paste it here for more clear view. So I have written S underscore W percentage. Now, what is the meaning of this particular pattern? First letter has to be yes. Then that name should have a second letter that can be anything. And then the third letter has to be W. Third letter of this word has to be W. After W, you can have as many characters you want. So first letter S, second letter, you have to have one letter. And then third letter, you should have W. And after W, you can have as many characters you want. That is the meaning of underscore. So underscore will take one position. Now, if I run this query, it is still going to show my name. In my name, first letter is S, second I have a character, and third letter is W. Now, instead of W, if I change it to M, will it show me any error? I mean, any data? No. Why? Because we don't have a name that has first letter S and third letter M. So it will not show you the output. This is pattern based searching. Now, apart from underscore, what else do you have? You have square brackets. Now, square brackets are for searching continuous series. Now, say for example, in quotations, square brackets will not work in certain areas. So I'll just type it here, A-E, and then I'll close the square bracket and I'll give percentage. Now, what is the meaning of this? All the names that are starting from A to E, A, B, C, D, E, all that will be displayed. All the names starting from A, B, C, D, E. Okay, this is with square brackets, percentage, underscore. You have many such operators like this, but these are some common operators which you use. This is with the like operator for pattern based searching. Okay, all these operators, when you write your PHP code, you will need it. Yes, whenever you write your PHP code, you have to write SQL code at the backend accordingly for whatever concept. So you will need this, and that is why I gave you an idea of what these codes are. Okay, and one more concept I'll explain and then we'll stop this. Now here, I have two tables, right? One is customer and one is orders. Now look at these two tables. What is common in these two tables? Customer ID. Customer ID is present in both the tables. Okay. Now I wanted to know which item did John buy. Now John has bought something. Okay. John is a user, is a customer, and he has bought something. I wanted to know which item he has bought. So what item he has bought is present in the orders table. Okay. So now you have to take the output from two tables. You have to link these two tables and you have to take the output. Now for that, you're going to use a concept called joins. There is this concept called joins. You're going to use this concept to combine two tables. And get the output. Now in joins, there are many types of join, inner, outer, left, right and all that. But I will tell you about self join. Self join is quite easy. Okay. So now, what is the output that I want? I wanted to know which item did John buy. What has he purchased, right? So in my output, I want John name. So I want the first name. I want John's name. And then I wanted the item name. So first name and item will be in my display. Select first name and item. Now from which tables? I am going to display it from customers and orders table. So first name is going to be from customer table and item is going to be from orders table. Now to make this query understand, what I'm going to do is for customer table, I'm going to give an alias name. Alias name is something like a short name that you give. I'll give customer space C. Now I can access this customer table using this alias name. Similarly for orders, I'll give an alias name orders O. Okay. Now this first name is present in customer table, right? So what I'll do is I'll type C dot customer first name, and this item is present in orders table. So I'll type O dot item. I'm just creating an alias name and I'm assigning it to the column names, right? Now we'll write where, and which are the columns that links these two tables, customer ID, right? So I'll type where and then I'll type C dot customer underscore ID equal to O dot customer underscore ID. That's it. Yes. So when customer tables customer ID and order tables order ID matches, you give me the output of first name and item. Now for this, it is not just going to show John detail, it is going to show all the details. But again, let's check. When I run this query, it is going to show all the user and whatever they have purchased. They have John, David, Saumada and Robert who have purchased what items. It is showing here. Now what should we alter here if we need only John's detail? What should I do here if I need only John's detail to display? Any idea? Where? We have one where already here. So we have to write another where. So either you can type and or, and then you will type C dot first name, first underscore name equal to John. And then when I run SQL, okay, then I have to think, I think I should keep and. See, it is going to give only John detail. All right. So here after where you have two conditions given. Only when these two conditions are true, you will get the output. This is how you take data from two tables. But then again, these all are like some advanced topics which you will do only when you create multiple web pages with many data, many tables and all that. You will need this kind of concept. But just know how it is done. That's it. All right. Now that I've taught you about what this SQL is, your assignment for today. What assignment did I take for you? Okay. Let me share the attendance form. People online, please fill in your attendance sheet. Fill in your attendance sheet. Okay. So your assignment. Again, you're going to use the same form that you created in day 3. Now you have this HTML form with you, right? You have your form where it is going to ask your first name, last name, email, contact, and submit. We'll just assume that you have a form something like this. You already have a form like this. If you completed yesterday's assignment, I'm pretty sure you've completed the PHP code as well. Now, in this form, go create another field here. Another field, an input field, and then a button called search. Okay, and we'll have this as first name. This field as first name, a field, and a search box. Okay, now the output of this program should look something like this. Here you go type all the data, you click submit, data will get inserted. That we've already seen. Now here in this input field, now let's say I go type my name, Saumita. And when I hit the search button, the data of me, which is stored in the database, should get displayed back in this field. Like Saumita, last name is Senthil Raj, and email ID and contact number. It should get displayed back to this particular form. So if it comes back to this form, obviously it means you can edit, right? So what you will do is you will go alter the data here. Alter any data here and click on submit. When you click on submit, the data will get submitted. Okay, so this you will do for today. You have another 2 assignments, so I'm just keeping it very short. All right, this will be your to-do 1 for today. For assignment day 5, this is your to-do 1. You will alter the same form and you will achieve this output. Okay, got it? Yes. Okay, now from day 1, what we started is we started with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, MySQL, all these are coding. Coding. You have to sit and write codes, or at least you have to go ask ChatGPT and take codes, right? Now, if you wanted to do web designing, but you don't want it to code, but you have a great knowledge, great interest with designing part, still you wanted to develop websites. If you think, I mean, if you want to know whether you can do it or not, yes, you can. You have many online website builders which you can use. Website builders. Those builders are very user friendly. It is just like designing a web page with toolbox. So they are automatically going to create that website. They're going to make it a responsive website. You can still host it as a website. You can do whatever you want, right? One such online website builder is Wix. There is something called Wix. Okay, this is a website builder. We'll see how this website looks like. So I'll just go to Google, search for Wix, and you'll go to this wix.com website. Okay, this is your wix.com website. Now, once you go into wix.com website, it is going to allow you to sign up an account for free. So you can create a free account, you can design, you can post your web page, you can share the link even to someone, right? Only when you wanted your own domain name, you have to purchase. So I'll click on get started here. So it is going to ask you to sign up. So what you will do is you will sign up with your email ID. Let me see if I have any email ID active here. We have one email ID. I'll give that. Asking for password. Continue with Google. Use this. Then asking for password. Let me give password. Okay, now after you sign up, I just wanted to show it to you from first. I already have one Wix with me, but I just wanted to show it to you from first. This is how it looks like inside. But let me go from first. So once you sign up, okay, once you sign up, it is going to ask to whom you're going to create this. You have to do an assignment in this. So see the flow so that you'll understand. So for the company or for myself, just give for myself and click on continue. After you click on continue, it is going to Still loading. Wix has this AI features inside. They have brought this AI where, in case if you don't have any images, you can just go ask this AI to create images for you. You have to just give the text. I need an image of a girl with an umbrella. If you ask, it is going to give an image of a girl with an umbrella. So you can just ask this AI and you can create image. And this is still loading. Forget it. I'll just show you my account. So then it is going to ask you for whom you're going to create a website, what type of website you're going to create. You can just choose whatever website you want. If you're going to create a portfolio, you can create a portfolio website. So after you select all that, you're going to land up in this page. You will land in this page. Once you select all, or you can skip it. You can skip directly and you will directly get land into this page. Once you land here, it will ask you whether you want to buy your custom domain name. As of now, no, because it is going to ask you to pay. So just skip that part. Now just go click on this design site. Now when you click on design site, it is going to show you many themes. All right. For me, I have already chosen a theme, and that's why it is showing me the theme here. Not sure why it is so slow. Okay, we'll come back to Wix. Let it load. I wanted to show you another option also. One thing is Wix, and another one thing in Wix. Okay, I'm sorry. There was some issue with the internet. Hope now it is audible. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. So I was talking about this one page template. So what you can do is you can go to Google and you can find one page templates free. One page templates free. You have many websites. We'll just go to the first one. Okay. If you go inside this website, see they have predefined templates here with basic HTML and CSS. They have predefined templates here. Few are free. Okay. So what you can do is whichever template you like, you can just download this template. Okay. So I'll just download one. Let's choose this template. This one. This is free. So once you open this template, it is going to ask you to go download free. Click on this button and this template will get downloaded. Now, how does this template looks after downloading? When I go to downloads, this is the template file. This one. Okay. It will get downloaded as a zip file. Now, when I extract this file, look at this file. Inside, you're going to have two options. Just open the second one, not the Mac OS. You're going to have this index button, index file, and inside assets, you're going to have the CSS file, the font file, the image file, the JS file, and the video file. Now, what I did is, in my Visual Studio, I just opened that particular folder. In my Visual Studio, how to open that? I'll just open a new window in Visual Studio. Once I open a new window in Visual Studio, it is asking me to open a folder, right? I'll go click on open folder and I'll go to my downloads, and in downloads, I have this folder which I downloaded. I'll select this and I'll click on select folder. Now I have all the files inside my Visual Studio. Index.html, the assets, CSS, fonts, images, everything. Okay. Now let's open this from Visual Studio. I'll run with my live server. So when I right click and run with my live server, it is going to open in Explorer. Okay. I'll just copy this. Let me go to Chrome and I'll paste it here. So now we are in our live server and I have that one page download, template which I downloaded here. Okay. Now, this is an assignment which I am giving you so that you will have an understanding of how web page structure is, how CSS files are written, how you should go edit the existing CSS files and JavaScript files and all that. Now, your task is you have to download one such one page template of your own interest. You can download any template you want, any simple template. Okay. The original template looks like this. This is the original template, right? Now your work is to change this entire template. You're going to redesign this entire template, not the layout. You're just going to redesign. That is, you have to change the color, you have to change the content, you have to change the content here, you have to change the color, you have to change the image. The entire content in the page should be changed. So it should look totally different. The layout will be same. All the structure, the layout and all will be same. But the color, the font, the images and the content will be different. Okay. How are you going to edit it? You use Visual Studio Code. So in Visual Studio Code, you have all the codes which will get displayed. Index.html. In CSS, you have CSS files. In fonts, you have fonts file. In images, they have the images which they have used. Everything is here in this. So all you have to do is just go find out whichever is written and you just have to edit it. Now, instead of about us, if I type about me and type save. Okay, this is not the same page. It is a different page, I guess. Okay, here it is, home. So instead of home, let me type about me and I'll click on save. See here, it will get changed. This way, you're going to change all the details in this page. Okay, and the output that you will share in the Google form, you're going to get, I think I'm going to give 3 to do. So 3 Google forms for today. So in that, the output that you will save is, you will upload 2 screenshots, 2 or 3 screenshots. First screenshot will be your existing website. That is this one. This is the original template. And then you will upload the next screenshot, which is going to show the content which you have changed. The original template and the design template by you. Okay. This is with one page template. This will help you understand the structure of CSS, structure of where JavaScript is written, whatever values you edit, how it is getting changed. All that you'll get an idea when you do this. And the next one is, I think Wix should be open by now. Preparing my site. I have it already. Still it is taking time. So if you want to create a website without writing HTML code, without JavaScript, without CSS, all that, and still you wanted to create it in a responsive way, yes, you can create a website using Wix. Now this is a default template which I've chosen. If you want, you can create an empty template and you can start designing directly also. Now this is one default template which I chose. And how you edit all this? So you just have to go click on each and every element and it is going to allow you to edit it. See, when I go double click on all these texts, I can directly go edit it. So Saumata's, let's say travel journey. And if I want, I can change the font. If I want, I can change the color. I can change the style. I can do whatever I want. Okay. And this background image, this background image is something which I generated using AI. Now let's go to some other image. I have my image also uploaded here. Okay, let me click on this image and I'll go click on change. When I click on change, it will give you three options. One is you can either choose from the default or you can create your own files. Here you have this AI image creator. When I go click on AI image creator, it will ask you what type of image you want described. So you can just describe what type of image you want. I just asked for a view of Japan Kyoto Shrine. There is this place called Kyoto in Japan and there is a famous shrine there. So let's see if it is generating an image accordingly. So see here, so this is one kind of shrine which is in Japan. Okay, so this is one shrine which it creates. So I can just use image. I'll click on use image and it will get saved to my gallery and then I can use it anywhere I want. Or if you have images ready, you can upload it from your system. So you have this upload icon. See here, you have this upload media, and through upload media you can upload images from your system also, and you can start editing. You can move, you can edit, you can create buttons, you can create contents, you can create layouts, you can do all this. You can create different sections. So each one is a section. So if you want, you can click on add section and it's going to add. You can generate links, you can do all this. Once you do all this, so what you are going to do in Wix, you are going to create one template in Wix. Now, day one, I gave you an assignment to create a portfolio website with your images about you, right? Now, the same concept you take for this assignment also. So instead of writing code, you're going to use the Wix template. So now it is going to be much easy for you, right? You can play with all the fonts and the colors and the images and everything. Just align it anywhere you want. It is going to just set accordingly. All right. So once you do, you just have to click on preview. Click on preview and it will show you how your website will look like. Once you click on preview, see, it will show you how the website is looking like as of now. Okay. And once it is done, go click on publish. Once it is done, click on publish. So once you publish, it is going to give you a customized domain name, just like I told you for 000 web host. Yes, you can use this domain name. You can send it to anybody and they'll be able to see your Wix website. So again, in your Google form, you're going to upload only the link, your Wix website link. All right. So for today, you will get 3 Google forms. Or I'll try to give you one form where you can upload all the assignments. So first assignment will be the search and edit concept. Second one will be an open template, edit and redesign. And third assignment for today will be Wix template. It is going to be your portfolio template. Okay, so you have to upload all your screenshots or the URL links. We'll give you options for both. You can do that. Okay, and these assignments will decide for the next we have already told you, like for each internship, if we are going to select few people who will be working with us for the next 3 months as interns along with stipends, right? That is based on how you are submitting the assignments. So we'll see the the assignment, way of submitting the assignment, how much effort you have put in to, show us each and every task which is given. That is one thing. And how much time you have taken to submit an assignment. Based on these two, we'll be selecting the best people who have given all the assignments and who have done it in a very nice way. And after that, for those people, we are again going to conduct a short interview here. People will be selected. You will be intimated in your channel, WhatsApp channel, and in your separate emails and WhatsApps as well. And then you will have a small interview kind of thing which will happen. So that may be a technical interview, or it may be a task-based interview. So we'll be giving you a task and asking you to do it and show it to us, or it will be a technical interview. And if you clear that, we'll hire you as an intern. You will be working with us in our projects for the next 3 months along with the stipend. This is that intern part. This happens for the previous one, networking and the cyber security. And for web development also, it is the same process. And for next data science also, it is the same process. Okay. So in 5 days of web designing and development, although we can't see all the concepts in detail, at least I hope you got a little of what technologies are, how it has to be used, how you can start with if you are really interested in web designing and development. What are the ways where you can start with? What are the technologies you can focus on? Yes, I think you got a little idea. And with the assignments which you have done, you should be now at least have a good hands-on practice with writing codes and other stuff. Okay. So codes, as I told you, since all these languages are open source, it is not mandatory that you have to sit and code everything. You have many codes which are open source. All that you should know is you have to take that code, alter it according to your need. You have many reference codes. You can keep that as a reference and you can create codes also. So it is not that you have to sit and code everything from scratch. You can use default templates. You can use default open source codes. You can use anything, but all that matters is the end result. When it comes to web designing and development, end result, whether the client likes your website or not, likes your design or not, whether it is user friendly or not, that is the end result. Back end, whatever work you are doing, that is always on you. You can use whatever technology you want, but the output should be same. Output should be as expected. All right. So I hope I'll meet you again in another session. People online, thank you so much. And your certificates, last time we forgot to inform that. I think your certificates will be sent to you next week. For web development, you will receive your certificate next Friday only. And once we've sent all your certificates, we'll give you an intimation in the WhatsApp channel. So after that, if you don't receive your certificates, then you can ask our team. They'll help you with getting your soft copy certificates. Yes. Thank you, guys.